What's up, YouTube? This is BoxingWave. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. So let's talk Jessie Vargas against Mikey Garcia. It's been announced now for maybe about a few weeks now, and just getting around to speaking on it. First of all, I love this fight because I feel like this is the proper fight you would have when you're moving up to welterweight. This fight here is a fight that actually makes sense. Now, I know technically Spence versus Mikey was a good bread maker, because Errol has a name, Mikey had a name, and they were able to sell pretty well in Dallas Stadium. All right, so I understand that that was a money making fight right there. All right, because they're both undefeated. So I understand why it did so well as far as pay per view numbers and ticket sales and stuff like that. So I get that. That's cool. But to me, it was a mismatch from jump. This is the actual fight that should be taking place when a guy like Mikey is moving up to 147. Okay? Jesse is not the biggest guy at 147 because he fought many years at 140. But he's good. He's good. He has an excellent jab. He has a great 1-2. And even though Jesse had his fights, his tough fights, even at 140, there's fights that I thought that could have gone either way with him in the past. He's taken a couple losses at 147. He lost to Tim Bradley, even though he was able to hurt him late, and that was a very controversial ending because there was some confusion with the ref back then. He had some good wins, like he did beat Saddam Ali. He was able to stop him and hand him over his first loss, which was very, very good. Um, Very good win. Uh, he had a fight with Broner where I thought he was doing extremely well against Broner, but then he gassed out and Broner took over in the second half of that fight. What other fights he's had? He had a fight with Tomas Delorme. Not many people were talking about it when it happened. I remember seeing it. I think I made a video about it. But I honestly thought Delorme won that fight. Okay, but Jesse had his fair share of tough fights. All right. I don't think he's too old. I don't think he's fading. I don't think he's anything. I think he's always. I think still at this point, he's still possibly a top 10 welterweight. It's a lot of people up there now, but I still believe that he's possibly a top 10 welterweight. Maybe like at the very tail end at welter. And I think this is a possible. This is a proper fight for Mikey Garcia. Being that because it was for a while. And I made videos on this. I didn't know what Mikey was doing. I didn't know if Mikey was gonna give it another shot, 147 against another big name just to draw up more money. But I felt like, man, like I didn't like the fight with Danny Garcia. That's not a fight that I thought he could win after his performance against Errol. Even though I know Danny's a different fighter, I didn't like that fight. I didn't like him against any top welterweight. I didn't like him against Thurman. I didn't even like him against Pacquiao. I mean, Pacquiao made more sense. The way I was thinking about the Pacquiao fight between Mikey and him was similar to the way that they used the Errol Spence fight. That made sense because Pacquiao has a big name and Mikey is undefeated, and Pacquiao was a smaller guy that moved up to the welterweight division. So even though he was a welterweight champ, I would understand more so on why they would have that fight. All right, but I was hoping Mikey went back down, maybe fight one of the guys at 140, maybe a Regis Prograis, a Josh Taylor, or move back down to 135. We still wanted to see the Lomachenko fight. People still want to see it. I know I definitely wanted to see it. But he's going to remain at 147. It looks like he's going to do that. And if he is to beat Jessie Vargas, he's probably going to be looking to fight another big name there. Someone else. Not named Terrence Crawford. So this is a fight that, skill for skill, I think Mikey slightly edges it. Okay? But he is fighting a bigger man. A rangier guy, a guy with a very stiff jab. It throws a lot of them. He could give Mikey a lot of issues, especially because Errol already showed us how you could beat Mikey by just being rangy, you know. But Errol's overall a better talent than Jessie Vargas, you know. I think this is a good fight. I'm leaning towards Mikey to win this one by decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jessie Vargas was able to pull off a win. With that being said, I'm leaning towards Mikey, but I think this is going to be one of his toughest fights in his career, even with the win. I'm expecting this to be a tough fight for Mikey. All right. I respect Jessie. I like Jessie. I respect his skills. Always will, always have, always will, even with his tough fights. Um, I'm just leaning a little bit towards Mikey. But if Mikey takes this L again, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I wouldn't be surprised one bit. Because I know at least the first 3, 4 rounds, he's going to have issues dealing with Jessie Vargas's pistol-like jab. He has a great jab and a great one too. It's just that once you get around that, once you start slipping the shots and countering, Jessie really doesn't have that much to. He doesn't really have much else. But he has a solid amount of power. He's hurt guys. He's stopped guys. You can't sleep on him. Definitely can't sleep on him. But at the elite level at welterweight, I expect all of the elite welterweights to beat Jessie. It's just that size does matter, and even though Mikey has fought at welter, he's still a much smaller guy that hasn't proven anything at welterweight at all. All he has is a name. He has credentials at the lower weight divisions, but there's so much he hasn't done at welterweight. Yet he's getting another fight with a good name. And if he is to win, he's going to definitely get another big fight against one of the top welterweights. All right, so I'm looking forward to this fight. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. As we get closer, I'll do a thorough breakdown, but I'm leaning towards Mikey to win. All right, let me know what you guys think. Peace.